Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Game Channel. I'm AJ Gels, guys. We are back with Pyre. Let's find our next destination and get rolling. Let's see, Lou, the Vernal Star. The Vernal Star burns bright over the dense woods in Black Basin. Interact to determine location of the next right. The Glade of Lou, directly due west, then it is just as my client indicated. Glade of Lou, according to the stars, the next right shall commence here. The great sap scholar Lou Sklorian have here vanquished root titan Limbless Arazek. Hopefully that's how that's pronounced. This client of yours, our informant, Sandalwood. He entrusted us with the wagon, this quest. Why? What does he want from us? You may ask him yourself. He awaits us somewhere in Waking Wood, due west. Waking Wood, a labyrinth of a forest on the western half of Black Basin. If you know their way around it, the path to the sacred Mount Aladiel lies far beyond the suffocating woods. How do we find him? He shall find us. It seems you are soon to finally meet Sandalwood. At dawn, you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west, where he supposedly waits. What did she add? Pamitha's moonshine kept close at hand in the off chance of a good occasion or a very bad one. Let's go to the common room. Let's read up on Pamitha. Let's see here. The Guilty Sister. She is an outcast of the winged highwaymen remnants, the Commonwealth's hated enemies. And we've seen her right powers. Let's see. Race is a harp. Winged warriors from the mountains offskirts of the Commonwealth, where they are feared. They fled to their mountain nests, awaiting the day when they would darken the skies and retake the land. Past Talon. The fiercest squadron in the high wing remnants is the reason the Blood Border is thusly named. Unable to stop the talons of the high wing remnants, the Commonwealth sought to destroy them from within. If the Commonwealth fears anything at all, it is the harps of the high wing remnants. She is clearly one of them, many of whom have been exiled as prisoners of war. She seems to have an unusually easygoing attitude towards things, though you see she is in pain or in a state of turmoil over something. Let's take a look at her abilities. She's really not that quick. Respawn time, and it's pretty low. Glory, she really doesn't have that great of skills. You approach Pamitha, who has kept to herself since she joined your small band. You sense she is unaware of you as she preens her flight feathers, but then she speaks up before you can do the same. Come to check up on me, reader, darling? In those first moments when we met, that vote of confidence in me which you relayed to that nice headwind boy, I'm grateful you were willing to see past these wings. One of your kind's ancient enemies just happens to insert herself into your group, and you just go with it. However, I assure you that my motives here are plain. You'll see. I've business with my blood sister Tamitha and nothing more. You briefly met, I think. She's quite a catch. As to the little quibble between us, well, it's a long story. All in all, one that's frankly no one's business but hers and mine. Surely we'll run into her again. Maybe not soon, but in time. And we have the rest of our long lives to wait. Anyway, happy to aid you in your quest until such time, especially to the extent that it aids me in mine. A simple exchange. Until then, stay vigilant, darling. You needn't concern yourself with making small talk with someone like me, and besides, we hops have a saying, liars abound. She swoops away before you can respond. Alright then. Continue our journey. I guess Sulphur Main is our next area. A precarious path leading towards the woods. The lone minstrel cautions that one path down the cliff is rather treacherous. The wagon has hit a snag, descending the black crags. Its wheel is stuck. Jadariel is not pleased. First, the blasted little bird, now this. Though you lack Jadariel's raw strength, you join in as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. At last, with a roar and a heave, she forces the wagon back onto solid ground. May this sandalwood be worth all this hassle. Thank you, Jody. I'm guessing Sandalwood doesn't like to be kept waiting. He is very patient, on the contrary. Not I. Let us move on. Soon the wagon is prepared to press onward down the jagged slopes toward Waking Wood. Your companions who explored ahead advise on which of the forked paths is best. We go to Flamberg. Lands of the Northern Plateau over Waking Wood, poked with seething fissures. Sir Gilliam claims he can dig up something valuable here. And Glasspeak lands to the east of Waking Wood, riddled with black crags. Pamitha says she can procure a talisman here. Let's go Glasspeak. I want another talisman because we don't have any and don't have the money for any, so we can. Yeah, maybe I should have gone and gotten something valuable so I could have bought two instead of just getting one outright. Oh well. Having gone the route Pamitha recommended, she directs you toward a particular crag, no more conspicuous than any other. They clip our wings before they cast us down, you know? But just the same, we learn to flit around a bit. Just watch. Pamitha swoops up to a nearby peak and disappears behind it. She does not keep you waiting long and returns, bearing an item of some sort. For you, Rita, darling, we high-wing remnants stash away such things for such occasions. Pamitha found a Titan tooth. It should come in useful. Having passed beyond the Black Crags, her wagon arrives at the edge of the Waking Wood. It is here that Sandalwood is to be expecting you. However, most puzzling, he ought to have met us here. You said he would find us himself. Aye. He was to find us at the edge of these woods. We supposed to keep waiting for him? He would desire for the stars to be your guidance, as always. The rights beckon, and the rights take precedence above all else. Surely he'll find us, yet. Then let's keep moving. How do we get through these woods? The lone minstrel notices two possible paths forward from this point, though cautious that the woods are difficult to navigate, and Sandalwood would have known the most expedient path. Alright, we go to Needlefield, a small clearing east of the Glade of Lugh. The lone minstrel says his client Sandalwood studied the rites here. Greymore contains the grandest trees in all of Waking Wood. The lone minstrel says his client Sandalwood once resided here. I say then let's go to Greymore. Sandalwood has led a long life, compared with any of you at least. In the latest years of his exile, he became rather exclusive for a variety of reasons. He shall no doubt explain. He found some solace here, in these woods, though I fear I cannot locate his residence without him. Unfortunately, you find no trace of Sandalwood, and without him there to guide you, you remain quite lost. The woods seem to have encroached. There is no path forward, while neither of the paths leading backward appear to match the route you took to this point. Alright, so we can go to the Underthicket or Burnt Grove. Ashen Grounds amid Waking Wood. Shay seems drawn to this location for some reason. The Imp Tizo seems to wish to go towards this location. We haven't really listened to our buddy Tizo, so let's go to the Underthicket. Let's see why he wants to go there. The woods are so disorienting. At this point, you decide to break for camp and survey the surroundings for any clues. Perhaps later there shall be time to pursue your vocations. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Jadariel. Interesting. I was beginning to wonder when you would return. Let's see, well, we could ask for that, but let's ask what's on our mind first. Let's be polite. Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea for how long I have been imprisoned here? Cinder appears rather youthful. Surely her incarnation could not have been that long. Incarceration, sorry. Perhaps Sandra has been trapped within the Beyonder Crystal for a long time already. Sandra could have been imprisoned for much longer than her appearance suggests. Maybe guessing at an absurd number may do something to raise Sandra's spirits a bit. Let's go with 100. You guess that Sandra could have been in her current state of exile for the span of an entire century. She smirks at this. A reasonable guess, but you're off by a wide margin. I've been imprisoned thus for 837 years. According to my account, at least. It is possible I've lost track, although given my state, I can assure you that I have had ample time to verify my arithmetic. She goes silent for a time. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. I expected my own death regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this. Certainly not to be telling you about it 837 years later, or however long that it has been. Although, enough of that for now. Let us get back to business. Let's request a scribe trial. Certainly. Who shall be the target of my warmth, then, would you say? Then it's going to be the only one who can, Jadariel. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Jadariel. That surly demon, is it? She could stand to lighten up. No, I fear that is not a secret. I can teach. But let us bring her forth regardless. Soon Jadariel appears in heat of the summons. What is the meaning of this, reader? What is the meaning of this? Reader, where are the others? The apparition Sanda appears and then loosens her mask. Welcome to my humble home, demon. You are good at taking orders, no? State your purpose quickly, Wraith. My purpose is to put you to the test. You may be fearsome to behold, but you are old and slow. Your weaknesses perhaps outweigh your strengths. Though, I sorely wish to see you and your lovely reader prove me wrong. Old, she says. Very well then, reader. Let us show her whether she is right. 3 harpies. Alright, at least everybody moves kind of slow. Crap. And I'm boned. Damn it. Come on, 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 come on. Nope. I'm gonna take damage on this one. Sorry. Damn it. It's Dariel's speed that I have the most problem working around. Damn it. got caught. You're caught. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Damn it. Down the last score. Damn it, I lost. She's not gonna regen enough time. Such an outcome. No doubt you were crisper in your youth, demon. Now grown so I can't read that word. Well, I have much more time to spare than you. Should you decide to muster more of your past strength, return and prove it. Let's retry this one. Good, Fried. I had longed to show that demon more of her many failings. See, the problem is trying to take on 3 opponents with Jadariel's, her speed. That's kind of the problem. Or let me rephrase, that might not be, problem might not be the right word. That's my problem that I'm having. God, I keep getting caught by that. Damn it. You see, Jadariel also has no speed to dodge those attacks. See, I also think that when they're charging forward like that, if my aura hits them, that should count as a banishment for me, not them. Are you satisfied now, Wraith? I am never satisfied, demon. However, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order, to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. That was a strange experience. What do you have there, reader? You have you received Salim's horn for completing Jadariel's rite. Accept the reward. Let's go to the common room. Let's see here. Salim's Horn. Jodoriel casts Aurora farther and faster than usual. Actually, while it is a really cool, like, legend, I'm probably just gonna sell it and not use it, because I don't really want her aura. I honestly, I want the speed. That's my thing. I want the speed. After blocking airborne adversaries, the bear briefly stuns them and knocks them back. That's Titan's Tooth. I think that would actually be best used on Pamitha, and I don't have something that I can use with Sir Gilman. God, I keep saying Gilman. It's Gilman. What's wrong with me? Or do I want to get rid of... Now I'll keep Talon Crest on her. I like it. Alright, well, let's investigate the surroundings. You find nothing of interest with shit while sifting through the stall brush of the underthicket. But then, what is it, Tizo? Tizo seems to have found a clue to the whereabouts of the Lone Minstrel's client. The little imp brings you a strip of bark. It does not seem unusual at first until you notice a message carved onto the inside. You found a bark strip. It must mean something. So it's some kind of message from the Sandalwood guy. Seems that way. Which way to Cinderroot? It is due northwest. Perhaps we can set forth early tomorrow when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone, rest up. Big day coming up. See here, study in private, mentor, companion. You know what? Let's forge for resources. You sense something Falconron values here. Interact the forge location. You sense traces of celestial residue. Ooh. A fallen stardust. Let's see if we can find something cool. Well, Chum had enough scrounging for one day. Usually there isn't much, but if you look, you never get. But if you never look, you never get. And believe you me, it adds up. Got a, oh, cool. Value 77. That's not bad. Well, path to freedom beckons you forward. Let us go. A hushed clearing, south of the Glade of Loo. You have reason to suspect the informant Sandalwood may have come through here. You arrive at the outskirts of Cinderroot, but once again the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companions waning as your search through the area yields nothing. Then something startles the little imp Tizo. It's so cute. Tizo seems to be crying out in surprise. He has spotted something or someone. A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound like laughter. The imp charges towards him and leaps right into the figure's arms. They embrace. Hail, Tizo. But you look famished. Here. The tall sap produces something that the imp swallows immediately and with great pleasure. What's a sap? Tree-like creatures known for their ingenuity, cleverness, and ambition. Having allied with them, the Commonwealth achieved in decades what it could not achieve in centuries. The Lone Minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Volfred Sandalwood. It has been too long, Volfred, sir. Too long indeed, Tariq. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days. They do, sir. I think that you shall find them worthy of the Nightwings. The sap looks upon the lot of you. You cannot sense his thoughts. We shall see. Then he turns to you. You must be the reader. I'm certain that we all appreciate your efforts, my boy, though we shall manage on our own from here on out. You're welcome to continue on with us, of course, though you are free to go. I trust you have been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all my books. You consider what to say to all this. Volfred intends to relieve you of your duties to the group. You have been assured your freedom. You categorically refuse to be cast aside so easily. The leader of the Nightwings has returned. You can tell when you are no longer wanted. This cannot be happening. To have come this far only to be brushed aside by some strange sap. No, I'm going to insist on staying. You stand your ground, meeting Volfred's steady gaze, and assert to him that you do not feel your commitments to and from this group have yet been satisfied. Hold on. Volfred, sir, I'm Hedwyn. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We followed the signs you left for us. Now we're here thanks to you and also to this reader. Not just a reader, he is our friend. My friend. He's not disposable. We made him a promise and our freedoms are now intertwined. Volfred smirks at this. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I'd hoped that you'd have come to grasp this much by now. He breathes a sigh. It seems we've started off on the wrong foot. It's not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. You have a right you need to get to, do you not? I'll come along, though shall not interfere, for it seems you have a kinship with this reader of yours. Now then, Tariq. Aye, Volfred, sir. Come, let's have a chat. Of course, sir. Volfred strides towards the black wagon, which must have belonged to him. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. Volfred Sandalwood joined you. He knows much of the rights. Welcome him aboard. Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the Glade of Lu, where the stars directed you. Volfred nods his approval, but leaves everyone to their devices. Like a short ent. I'm sorry, let me say this clearly now. He looks like a short ent. Let's see here. The demon. Emperor Morsk. Sorry. Scarcely could I recognize him when at last I found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who conquered centuries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had ever known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp Haub proved of little help against the Sisters of the Arch, whose entire lives were culminating in this instance. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man, and for the love I felt for him when I had served him, that I sprang to his defense. Let's talk to Sandalwood. As you approach Volfred Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon, rather than he in yours. He studies you in silence for a time, then... Tariq, if you have a moment. Aye, Volfred. What is it, sir? This reader, you deem him worthy by your estimation. The Lord Minstrel tilts his hat in your direction. If you wish my own estimation, Volfred, sir, then I do. Of course, it is not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this reader integrating with the others well. I believe that his achievements are self-evident in having reached Black Basin. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet he and the others followed them. Indeed, your words make sense as ever, Tariq. And what does little Tizo think of him, I wonder? I can't speak the imp's language. Tizo indicates that, as a matter of fact, he's happy to have you around. There you have it, sir. I see. He continues to examine you. High praise isn't oft spoke by those two, my boy. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now, pardon us. Tariq and I have matters to discuss. They leave without another word, although you think you notice the lone minstrel look your way over his shoulder. Let's go talk to our buddy Ron. Oh, hey, you guys. I guess I didn't get the word out, but this new franchise, which we opened here just now, so I give you a great deal. Just tell your friends, okay? Oh, and hey there, Mr. Sandalwood. Good day to you as well, Ron. Alright, let's see here. Bark script. This cannot be sold, blah, 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 blah. I can sell it, but it is a legend. I'm debating. Should I? You know what? I'll keep it. I'll keep the legendary talisman even if I won't use it. Righteous Flame. Let's see here. How much is that? That's 65. I'll definitely take that dash of Stardust, and I want Righteous Flame. Another 27. I think we're good. That's what we have. Yeah, I like Titan Tooth on her. And to him, I'm gonna give Righteous Flame. Let's see, whose do I want to increase? Again, I'm just gonna keep boosting Jadariel's just to keep boosting up that quickness. You guys have a good day out there. Alright, let's commence the rites. You and your fellow exiles arrived at the sacred site called Glade of Lu, and now look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the next rite. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility you have not felt in some time. But then you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles towards you and regards with an exaggerated bow.
Spectacular.
Well, goodness, by the roots of Luce Glorian, it would appear the rumors are correct. The Night Wings have returned. Oh, but where are my manners, Oh, one moment. The sap claws at his mask with his wispy fingers. Much better. H. Manly Tinderstauf, at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me. My fellows and myself you perhaps know as the Chastity. We soon shall stand against you in the rites. For now, I am just willing away the time making small talk. Now then, as I have introduced myself, your turns. To whom am I speaking? Then in your mind's eye, you see Volfred and hear his voice. Manly Tinderstauf is not to be trusted. Reveal neither yourselves to him nor me. Well? Beneath her mask, Jadariel stares back at him in silence. You suspect Volfred's message may have reached every member of the group. Why now, how very rude indeed. Well, fine. Ignore me, but you do so at your peril. Anyhow, once this evening's raid commences, any moment now, then I'm afraid ignoring me won't be an option any longer. Oh, and now I do believe the sky is beginning to show. We'll have to chat again some other time. Now, come along. Come along. Manly bows and wanders off into a clearing as the stars begin to burn.
Once again, the stars align themselves before you, reader. And here now at the Glade of Liu.
Liu, okay.
You've come so very far. But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity. It could be yours instead. Please show the Chastity that the Night Wings are superior.
I wonder, oh honored Night Wings, how well you know these woods. Why, these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them even if I tried. You might do better to beware of them. When Jadariel continues to ignore him, he grows upset. Why, you insolent! Then fine, let us begin this dance indeed. He shoves his mask back on in a huff. And allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return unto my proper situation in the Commonwealth. Alright, so we got a human, the sap, and a... Alright, who to bring out? I feel that I'm gonna match harp for harp. We haven't used Gilman, so let's use him.
Gilman.
I'm feeling using Shay right now. We haven't used Rookie in a while either. But I also kind of want to use Jadariel, but just something inside me is giving me use Shay. So
Shay. The choice is cast.
I don't think that I like that Manly very much because he keeps saying that we're rude, but I think we're nice. Are you quite ready, finally, O Nightwings? May those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. Now, come along, let's give the stars a show. I probably should have picked somebody with more of an aura, because my guy's aura is really small. What the F? May I present to you Humboldt Manley Jr. Why is every bit my equal, and is poised to guarantee the Tinderstrauf line shall have a bright, bright future. He goes on and on about his sapling for a while. Alright, Sir Gilman. God, every time. Sir Gilman, I've just about had it with this one. Let's banish him already, and that stupid sapling too. This knight now as ever is in full accord with you on this one, good Pamitha. Now isn't he just the most precious thing you've ever seen, The sapling is nothing but an extension of Manly. If he is banished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well.
Manly and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, reader. There are many who would welcome his return, though none so much as he himself. In honor of the scribes.
Oh, what's this? It seems the woods themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Oh, do be careful now. These grasping roots and vines, they may not hold you in such high esteem as I.
Your adversary Manly is comfortable in this suffocating glade. Yet he longs now for the comfort of his Commonwealth estate.
Oh, crap.
Perhaps
Ran into one and it's gonna... Oh, that's not good.
Instead, for you, they simply threw it in.
Ah, damn, I didn't make it enough. Didn't make it far enough.
Now take it. Sinners. The wings have served her true.
Oh dear, the woods are closing in, uncomfortably close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if you just stand aside a while, we could put an end to this that much the sooner. Crap. Don't have as much room to maneuver.
So it is.
Say, have any of you noticed it's feeling rather crowded out here, Almost as if the 100 Minds himself resents you being here. Yes, I rather think that's it. 100 Minds. Liu Sklorian 100 Minds. Third of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Wise or the Philosopher. He is also said to have fathomed every thought, and his wisdom flows through the river of his name. So cease with all of your scurrying about with the damned orb, and let me handle this.
Now then. Resplendent.
Alright, you Nightwings, I've had it up to here with you. Or perhaps I simply had it up to here with all of these encroaching plants, these miserable things. Either way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me. Jesus Christ, I'm getting even less room to maneuver. We'll use Gilman. Use his speed to our advantage. Oh crap.
Panther has doused the flame.
Then we got 5 points left. Next one wins.
End the ceremony. What happened there? Pathetic.
Crap, I was trying to snake my way through.
Alas. It is done. The Nightwings prevail again. Their adversaries proved no match for them. The rite is ended.
That ought to wipe that smug look off that sap's face. I knew we could prevail, though Mr. Tinderstow there, I think he's really upset now. Well, my. Oh, we're not, oh Nightwings. I'm not angry with you, honestly. But I am very, very, very disappointed. I thought perhaps that we had something going here between us. You scratch my back, I scratch yours and all. Instead, however, you decided to spit in my face. Fine. We'll have to see where all your rudeness gets you now. Ta-ta.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
See, I really like that system of how you level up, but if they don't partake in the rite, they still gain that experience, but they don't get it added to them until you take place in an actual rite. That's a really neat idea. Well, Tamitha, soon I'll be catching up with you at this, whether you like it or not. Whether or not you like it. Sorry, I broke parlance. Let's see here, we have Wings of the Matriarch, rites masteries, enhancing a harpy's swiftness and mobility. When Triesta Tithys led her people to the mountains, they began to train themselves in new ways to survive. Ways of the High Wing, rites masteries, enhancing a harpy's aggressive capabilities. The High Wing were nearly destroyed after Saint Triesta left them. Those who remained grew strong. See here, for 5 seconds after banishing an adversary, Pamitha moves 30% faster than usual. That could be useful. While flying, Pamitha moves. Ooh, I like both of those. Honestly, I think Swift Flight would be. I use it more. That's kind of what comes down to a lot of these decisions. It's which one will I use more often than the other, and I think Swift Flight I would use more often.
Until the next rite.
That was well done, my boy. I'm beginning to see why your companions vouched for you. Don't let it go to your head, of course. Yeah, what I should have used Jadariel in that last match. Probably not Gilman. I probably used that. Although his speed did kind of come in handy when everything was kind of like closing in on us. But I feel somebody with a wider aura would have been a lot more would have been really useful. After besting the Chastity almost effortlessly, you returned to your wagon to consider your next move. An adequate performance back there. Adequate? Yes, adequate. For the next part of our plan, go have your reader, then there consult the stars, see where they take you next. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's going to be high up. Did this night hear you say high up? And it's going to be cold. We'll see. Come on, my friend, let us have a look outside then. That plan Volfred mentioned. I just want you to know, I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living out our days as exiles. That's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Volfred has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer, thanks to you. Once more, you look toward the heavens. And once more, guys, I'm going to be ending this one here. Just want to say, as always, thanks so much for watching. Facebook, Twitter, the website, minds.com. Links to all those down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment if you're not already. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more next time, everybody. But until then, I'm AJ Gels, the Salem Thigh Gaming Channel. Thanks for watching. I'm out.